Good morning, my stamping friends. I'm Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is your first time joining me, I welcome you. Also, if you are joining me off of YouTube, make sure that you do subscribe, hit that bell down below, and you'll be notified immediately as soon as I upload a new video. Also, you get notified every time that I do a live. So today it's card sketch challenge. Now, this is amazing. I have actually been doing this challenge now since the very beginning of March. When COVID kind of broke out. So basically, I've missed a few, being because of other commitments or with other stamp camps or anything like that. But we are on card sketch number 86. Can you believe it? Hello, how are you? So I love doing my card sketches. I do lots of different sketches for different challenges myself because it kind of extends me. But these sketches that I actually show are my sketches. And to be honest with you, I don't do these up usually ahead of time. I do them up Saturday morning. So probably about 6 o'clock, I come down to my studio and I go and I design a card, and then that is the sketch. I just hope that I haven't used it previous in another sketch, but I know I kind of know which ones I've done. So this is not one that I've done. Anyways, it's card sketch number 86, and we are going to do Daffodil Daydreams. So let me just jump on down to my desktop and let's get going. All right, so like I say, this is the card sketch that we're doing. This one's a little tiny bit different than one that I've done before, but you'll see there's ways and there's reasons why I want to use certain things. So we are using Daffodil Daydream. Have you seen this amazing, oh my goodness, I've got my, wondered where that magnet went, and that was my magnet for my Stamparatus. In any event, this Daffodil Daydream can be found on page, and I can show you this now. That's what I just love. Is page 37 of the J to J mini catalog. And the nice thing about this, all these dies fit in the mini cut and emboss. Did you know that these icons show you what they fit in and what they don't fit in? So it's kind of nice knowing that you can do everything with the mini cut and emboss. So we're going to be playing with this set. We're not going to be using too many of the dies today. That's for another day, and I have done it previously. But also, during celebration, if you bought this bundle, and it's $75.50 up here in Canada, for every $60 that you spend, you get an item for free. But there's a corresponding item that is in the celebration, and that's this beautiful designer series paper called Daffodil Afternoon. Beautiful designer series paper. It has very vivid colors. It kind of reminds me of one that we had last year on celebration, with the dark colors. And I can't remember even what it was called. You know, as soon as the year goes by, I completely forget about it. But anyways, you can get this for free if you go ahead and buy the bundle out of there. All right, so let's get started on this particular sketch. So I'm just going to put that off to the side. I'll just put it up here actually. And then we'll just play with this. So I'm not going to use a Mother's Day or an Easter's blessing with it. I kind of debated, should I use another thing from the the celebration? And these are these special moments words. They've got some beautiful words in there. Big congratulations, happy birthday. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I'll kind of come up with that. Look at it, figure out what you would like me to put on this card, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I am using something a little unorthodox for me. I am using, well, it's not unorthodox at all because I do tend to really like this. I have a piece of 5.5 by 8.5, and I see that I didn't score it. So let me just come in with my trimmer, and let's go ahead and score this. Now, I don't know if you're having issues like I've been having issues, and I have been having issues with my my scoring coming out of my things, out of my trimmer. So what I do is I just put an elastic across that. It's apparently by you putting it in and out so many times, or is what they're saying. I don't know how true that is, but in any event, we'll go with that. So I have that, and then I just go ahead and I put just an elastic band around there just so that I don't lose it, just like that. I'll make sure that I don't lose my trimming blade or my scoring blade. So I've got that scored at 4 1/4, and then I'm just going to fold into the mountain, and let's come in with our bone folder. Hello, New Brunswick. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping that you don't have as cold weather as we have out here in the West. It's pretty cold out here. All right, so I have all my other little elements that are here. So I have this. This is the Evening Evergreen. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And I have put this through the Hive embossing folder. Let me just bring that in. This is such a neat embossing folder where you can use it where it kind of looks like metal. Like to me, it's a little bit different on the deboss side. And then this is the honeycombs on this side. And you know, I think I'm still going to use the other side on this particular one because this doesn't go with the bees and that, or the stamps that doesn't necessarily go with that. Now I'm not going to attach that yet because I'm going to show you my interpretation of this sketch. So let's, first of all, I want to go and I want to stamp. So I have this like this, but I'm going to put an image on the front there. I think it's really good to have an image on there. So let me go ahead and stamp that image. So I'm going to use these daffodils. I think I'm so into using these daffodils and anything spring-like because I'm done with winter. I don't know about anybody else. And I mean, we're only in January. We still have a few months of winter, that's for sure. So I'm just using my Memento because I'm going to be using my stamping blends. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here. And I see I've got some marks on this paper, but we'll be okay. So we'll just make sure that the paper soaks up from there. Oh, in New Brunswick, so they've had lots of snow. You know, it's really strange too, because on our west coast, like on Vancouver Island, they're having unbelievable amounts of snow. Yeah, that's what Sandy was saying. It's unreal, the snow that they're having on Vancouver Island. I live in the interior, so it's not near as bad. We always get that kind of snow. So oh, excuse, here I go again. Every time I come down into this room, or maybe it's just doing the lives that I'm having these problems with. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to do is this strip that goes down right here. This is 1 inch by 5 1/4. I'm just going to go ahead and maybe put that. I'm going to check to see where I want to put that. It's going to go about there. So there's a few things that I know I need to do on this card. First of all, I have to decide on a sentiment. So do I take a sentiment that is from here, and I really want a small one because I'm going to put it towards this side over here, or check out the sentiments from this one, this Flowing Flowers. I just love it. So I think these two are what really sing out to me, but I think what I might do is just a note. I could do a get well card or something like that, but you know what? My cousin got pneumonia over Christmas, and I think I'll just send this, just a note, to make her feel a little bit better. She's almost over it. So hello. Allergies? You know what? I don't think it's allergies. I think it's just it's trust me, it's a nervous sort of thing. There is no, well, I can't say there's no dust down here. But it's really weird. I think maybe it's the camera. I don't know. Anyways, all right, so just a note, and I don't like where that was, so I'm just going to actually bring this down. This piece here is 3/4 of an inch, and it's in the measurements on the card sketch. Now, I'm going to hide this. So, oh shoot. And then now I've got a halo there. Ugh, I'm going to have to cut another piece. I don't want that. So I'm going to cut another piece. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and cut this with the trimmer. So it's 3/4 of an inch. I usually cut extras when I do this too, and I didn't this time, so bring this around. So when I'm measuring small amounts, I always put the measurement towards the right of my blade. Yeah, I've got some extras just in case I need them now. All right, so we're going to make sure that we don't have, and I should be using probably a cloth on that. All right, let's try this again. Stand on my tiptoes and get it down. Yeah, the camera. Ah, dear. All right, we're going to try once more. 4th time the charm. There, I can live with that one. All right. So then what I want to do is I want to turn around and I'm going to actually I'm going to have to trim that off there. So let me just bring in my little tiny trimmer. This is a little bit longer of a sentiment than what I really wanted to have on there. You know, I still don't like how that is, but just like that. And then I'm just going to cut this. I don't even know what size that is because I'm going to actually stick it underneath this part here. And you know, look at that. It's still not even. Well, let's just try cutting just a bit off of there. This doesn't happen to anybody else, I'm sure. There. So that's a little bit less than what the, a little bit smaller than what it called for. And see, I think that those words on there are just a little bit too big. I'm just going to cut off just a bit more off of there. And I'm just going to fussy cut this one. Not fussy cut, I'm just going to trim it. So what I'm going to do is this is going to go, let's see. All right. So I'm going to use glue on this part. And you'll see why I'm doing this a particular way in just a second. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right down on there. Just like that. And then I'm going to put this over top of it. Just like that. That makes sense? All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm using glue because I'm doing an embossed one. Actually, glue is starting to be my choice of adhesive lately. That and tear and tape. So let's just go ahead and put that down towards here. I'm going to bring this over just a bit more. There we go. Let's see if I've got that straight. There we go. Okay. All right. So then it's going like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this here and this here. But I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. So now I don't want it to pop up where this part is. I just want it to be popped up along here. So there's our dimensionals there. You learn to do an awful lot of things that were not your intention, right? All right, so we're just going to have that go here, down about here. That's kind of doing what we looking what that sketch looks like, right? Now, these are just the circles from the layering circles. So I'm just going to do this. Now, I could have stamped my image entirely right on here, but I kind of wanted a bit of a different sort of look with it. All right. So then what else I'm going to do is I am using this amazing Evening Evergreen, this ribbon, and it's a window pane check ribbon. And this is going across here, and this will show you what I'm doing here. That's going to be my strip that goes across there. So that's just going to go like that. Now, I want to show you a different sort of technique, and I'm wondering, you know what? I think maybe I'll just leave that for now. I will show a different technique on how to do this. We're doing a faux bow on here. So I'm just going to take this and let's go ahead and put I like tear and tape when I put ribbon on. I know I've looked at so many different cards that I've had in the past, and the ribbons all come off, and it's because it hasn't been reinforced. Okay, just going to burnish that down so that it'll come off better. There we go. And now this ribbon has a right and a wrong side to it. I'm just going to do it right about there. And after I say that, I put it down on the wrong side. So like I say, that's going to act like that piece. Just cut that off. And then this is where we're going to reinforce with the tear and tape, so that this ribbon won't pull off. This ribbon is in the J to J mini catalog, and it actually goes with, what suite does it go with it? One thing, did you notice with this new catalog, and I mean, I'm hoping a lot of you have this catalog, it corresponds with the tulip. So this is the ribbon right here. It goes along with the Flowering Fields suite. So we're going to put that, is going to go onto here. So see how it's green on green, which is not a normal thing that I do, especially this dark of a green, but it works. Wait till you start seeing the yellow in the daffodils. It really looks pretty. So there's partly of my sketch done. I'll just bring that in so that you can see that. And then let's go ahead and quickly color these. I'm not going to take a long time to color them. I'm going to use the light and dark So Saffron, and same with the light and dark of the Daffodil Delight. These are new markers, so they color quite good compared to my old. I tend to hold on to my blends for too long. Let me just quickly. I also, when I do my blending, I leave white space. So let's go in. This is the light Daffodil Delight. No, I think we're going to have to go with the dark. And I also mix colors. You see, I've mixed the So Saffron and the Daffodil Delight. Yeah. Now remember, what have we got coming up? I've got tomorrow, my ranunculus monthly card kit to go is closing. Its final day is sign up tomorrow. Plus also don't forget about that stamp camp, our international stamp camp, where you'll get 6 make and take projects. Plus, during the stamp camp itself, we're doing live presentations, and they're going to be alternative projects. So see, I'm not taking too much time to color these. This is Old Olive. Oops, I didn't want to use the brush end there. And then I'm just going to come back in with the light. And I'm just doing that in circles just to take away those lines. Be nice once we can get back to in-person classes, then I can continue with my coloring classes. Mind you, there's some pretty exciting stuff coming up in the new catalogs. So, new catalog. Here I'm talking about a new catalog, and we've just come out with one catalog. And now I'm talking about the annual catalog. All right, so I'm actually going to go in, and I just want to put a tiny bit of highlights in here. And I'm just using Pale Papaya. And it's just going to just change the color of the daffodils just a tad. There we go. All right, and so this one has a die to cut this out. Actually, I thought awesome. You know, it's funny because I just I misplaced these dies, and I was going, well, I guess I'm going to have to fussy cut these out. Good thing I didn't decide to do the daffodils themselves. So like I said, in the catalog, it shows that this is can all be through on the mini cut and emboss machine. So let me just go and put that on there. I treated myself to some new plates, and I'll just put this tape on here. Let's see. Let's see where I missed doing some coloring. Let's go ahead and put this here. Somebody asked what this tape is. This is Post-it note tape. It works great with putting your dies through and everything else. All right, so we're also going to want to do the inside of our card. So, like, this is going to go, and you know what? I'm just going to take this so there's not so much white here. And see, I missed it up there. So this is going to go like so. And then I'm going to take another piece here. So I'm going to put this on. Let's put this on with dimensionals. Minnesota, you must have snow down there too. You know, I think this global warming is definitely playing havoc on our weather. I know I was talking to my cousin down in Florida, and he says that, like, they're pretty cold down there too. Actually, I remember 5 years ago, went to Orlando, took the kids to Disney World, and the one day that we were at Epcot, it was -2 degrees. I won't forget that. We were lucky. We had flown in from Winnipeg, so we had one suitcase of all our winter stuff. And let me tell you, you know what? I think I'm going to tie a bow on this. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I kind of wanted to include these stems a little bit. So let's just put this bow on there. I was going to do like a faux bow, but I can do a bow on here. I thought I'd brought down my ribbon scissors, but I obviously didn't. So let me just go and trim this off. Actually, I have some really sharp scissors, the paper snips, if this doesn't work. This is such pretty ribbon. Like I say, it's nice that you can match all these different, or put all these different things in with different ones. So, like I say, I want this to, I really should have had that up a little. You know what? I'm just going to bring this down just a little bit. I want the stems to be, whoops, hold on. There. I just want the stems to be down here a little bit. There we go. And then I can put my bow right there. All right, so I'm going to put my bow on. Oh, thank you. Let me see now. Let's go here. Like I say, it's a little bit different colors for me. I don't know. Anyways, well, actually, they're not different colors for me, but they are kind of like, for me to use this green on such a springy card is what I'm saying. So let me just go and get a glue dot there. Put that there. Oops. Just going to put that there. And here we go. Now I want this to look like a bow. So what I'm doing is I'm scrunching this bottom ribbon up underneath so that it looks like it was tied into a bow. That is a cheater trick there for you. All right. All right. So we have that. Now what we want to do is do that inside of the card. And I think we're going to go very, very simple with this. Now it tends to happen in the stamp set. There's a butterfly, but you know what? I think I'm just going to put this along the bottom. Something very simple. And we're just going to put it along the bottom. Yes. My goodness, I hope spring comes and I hope we can start traveling soon. I did travel. Like I say, I did travel to Winnipeg for Christmas. But man, oh man, I was sure worried that I wasn't going to get out of there. All right, so let's just put this down here. Just something very subtle, just something to have on the inside of the card. And then we'll just glue that onto the inside. I don't know why I always get so much stuff on the back. I know why, because I've got so much on my fingers. So I don't use a cloth to wipe it off with. All right, so let's just put that there. Pretty simple. We can decide what we want to put on the inside. Like I say, it's just a note. I could say to say hi, making sure that you're okay, that sort of stuff. Now, of course, what would not be complete until we put some embellishments on there. And again, I'm coming in with my favorite new embellishment from the J2J mini catalog. This and the iridescent rhinestones are amazing, and actually they probably go really good with this as well. I wonder if I've got them right handy. I do. These, so I could go here, iridescent rhinestones, and I think they kind of pick up the color. Let me see how they work. You know, Sandy, I always say I'm not a green person, but anybody that follows me on YouTube are now starting to see. Now, you know what? That doesn't really show up that much, does it? So I think I'm going to go to my dots, and I'm going to use my dark Daffodil Delight blends, and then we'll go ahead and put those on. there. One there. And a smaller one here. Now, we always want to do it in threes. Then we also want to, for here, let's see, I just put it here. All right, so there we go there. There's our card. There's the sketch. Now, make sure that you do enter into this sketch. I can't send you any prizes outside of Canada, but I can definitely send you some cards. I know this time I think I had somebody from the States that won on the draw. But every month I draw for, if you live in Canada, I draw for a free stamp set of my choice, or I give away cards in other countries because due to Stampin' Up, I can't do anything else like that. So, but anyways, give me the thumbs up. Make sure that you share my video. I'd love for you to share my video or share it through your Facebook. I would really, really appreciate that. But there we go. Now that looks really dark there, but it actually is not as dark as what it looks like. But there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me just jump up here, remind you about the card sketch, remind you, about the card sketch to enter into the challenge, remind you also about the stamp camp, and also when oh my goodness. Wow. I do not know who's saying this. Hi from Kamloops. Anyways, I'm not sure. Maybe in any event. All right. So Stamp Camp, Ranunculus, Romance, card class is closing tomorrow. If you're interested in anything, just message me and we'll get in contact. Anyways, have a great day. Bye for now.